everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? Welcome back to another speed build. We're working on a cafe today. We're working on a cafe in Windenburg, the Hare Hedgehog Cafe. If you guys play gameplay, then and you have get together, you might sometimes find yourself in a situation where someone asks you out on a date, and then you appear at this location to a very sad looking cafe. So I was actually in gameplay for a little bit a couple of days ago, and then I was like, wow, this cafe is very bad. I find no joy, and it's absolutely not romantic for dates, and somehow we only come for dates if it's automatic, like if it's autonomous. And then I was like thinking, oh, I could probably work on a cafe this week for the speed build, and this is what I did. So welcome to the Terrace Hills Café. I just I'll explain the naming later, but this is going to be a pretty modern looking, very aesthetic, urban jungle sort of, like urban garden, I don't know, like community garden looking cafe thingy. It's like, it's not gonna be black and white like you see now. I was actually working on the structure, and I based it off a cafe that I saw over the weekends when I was like out with my friend, and I was really inspired by it. It was a very, it looked really nice. It was a cafe, but it was also like a plant shop. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you might have seen my what do you call it, Instagram stories, because I kind of like took some photos inside the plant shop. It was really nice. I love me some plants. But anyways, yeah, so it turns orange. I use a lot of orange woods. Oh, the train's really loud today. But anyways, I use a lot of orange woods and orange accents here and there. I wanted it to look really warm so that it can contrast that green I'm gonna inject in later. And yeah, so when I started doing this, Blooming Rooms kit just came out, and then I was like, oh, this is so perfect. But then again, I do use a lot of greenery in all of my builds anyways, but it was nice. I really like the kit. How do you guys find the kit? Let me know if you got it. I think it's a really good pack. Kit pack. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it. There's a couple of like things that I feel like they could have I don't know, like the shelvings. I didn't expect that many shelvings actually, but I'm not complaining. It's just that, give me a couple more plants, or like release some of the plants from the shelvings maybe. But it was pretty nice. So basically I used some of the plants here. I built this all in one day actually. I'm pretty impressed at myself. I just, in one sitting, I entered flow state, and then I just developed this this cafe instantly. It's on a 30 by 20 lot, and given it is actually a square and you don't need to roof, so that's not really a lot of things to figure out, and it's mostly just tables, so I guess cafes are kind of easy to do. But it's also, I don't know, it turned out really cute. I really like it. Yeah, I don't, oh yeah, I was going to tell you how I decided on the name. I'm going to assume that the build is actually really self-explanatory. If I do find something, I can cut in and interrupt myself to explain. But anyways, I wanted to give the cafe a name that is very modern day. Oh yeah, very modern day, I don't know, aesthetic cafe, like those, those very fashionable cafes that hipster cafes, sometimes we used to call them. I'm not sure if they're still called that right now. Last time it used to be. Like, they have really weird names that works really well. And then I was very inspired by the names that you hear, I mean, like you see in the cafes in Japan. The cafes in Japan and Korea, actually, they have like they just pick out really random names for the cafes. Like, they just, it almost feels as if like they just went into the English dictionary and then picked out a word and then like made it cool in a cool font, and then that's it. That's their cafe names. Like they have things like I don't know, like Loose Cafe, like Loose Loose Cafe. I was on Instagram scrolling for inspiration and I saw it, I was like and a lot of other things actually. I cannot really remember off the top of my head because it's just everything is yeah, it's just it's cute when it's there, but then like I decided that it should probably be very weird if I put that on YouTube and no one understands what's going on. Oh, I inverted this. I saw this happen. I saw someone do this actually, inverting this coffee table to create like that basket looking thing, and I used it as a plant holder. Yeah, it's really nice. I love this bathroom overall. It's very custom. You can see all the custom like furniture things that I've done in this place. It's really good. It's really cool. I'm very proud of myself for this. I've been in the mood for doing lots of like very creative like tool modding thing. This hand soap thingy turns out to be really amazingly done as well. I'm really excited about it. So just stay tuned. But anyways, yeah, I was so basically the name of this cafe just came about by me just scrolling through Instagram trying to find name ideas because I really wanted that kind of like fashionable trendy cafe name. Then I decided to go for, I don't know, I wanted it to be like garden themed ish too, and then I was thinking of the word terrace really hard. And then I don't know why. I think I was looking at Omotesando Hills, which is actually a mall if you guys know Tokyo very well. And I just got randomly inspired by Hills and then Terrace, and then therefore the name of this cafe is Terrace Hills. It makes no sense. That's what I did. Oh, but yeah, look at that. I love how I came up with this soap container thing. It's with I inverted that island living vase, and then I kind of like just make half of it show, and then because it kind of clips with the actual rectangular container of this hand soap, right, it gives that sort of like standing vibe to that. I don't know, it's just a really good design and I'm like really proud of myself. But yeah, this is the staff room. I added 2 lockers inside. I decided 3 was too much, and then I was like, okay, I don't know what to put inside this very narrow room, but I know that I want extended space behind because I don't want the dustbins to be in the staff room itself. So I tried to figure out how to kind of make a space for it. I initially wanted it to lead downstairs because it kind of makes more sense in my head. But then I don't know how to make it work and make it look nice because it was based on a platform anyways, and it's like on a platforms with stilts. So I decided that it probably made more sense for me to just have it lifted along with the rest of the property as well. So I landed with like a platform. I wanted to put in these trellis. At this point, the cafe wasn't green yet, but I knew that I was gonna make it green anyway, so I just started putting in like the trellises and stuff, and I made that trellis behave like a fence, which I love the effect of, and I really like how it turned out. So this is gonna be the staff like area outside. I'll be later you'll see that I put in like a picnic table, a grill, the dustbins will be there, so it pretty much feels like a little patio balcony, really healing space. I have skylights all over the place, by the way, so the main cafe area is mainly all sun. I decided it would be pretty nice because it's in Windenburg, and in Windenburg don't really get a lot of like sunny days anyway, so I thought it would be a good like addition to that. And yeah, skylights are nice, and basically the entire indoor dining area on the left side of this build is mainly just a big glass box, the way I like it. That was actually what I saw when I was looking at that in real life cafe when I was there. It really felt like it was a big glass box, and I really liked that look. And there were a lot of like really nice lighting, a lot of like greenery hanging from the rooftops and stuff, and I was like, oh, it's so nice. And then the exposed ceiling as well. It looks really good. So I tried to make that happen with this what do you call it? I always forget the name. Is it a spandrel? I think it's a spandrel, but I just did this with the fencing so that I can put spandrels in, and then I delete the fencing. And then I proceed to hang the laundry day lamp, the ceiling, yeah, this bulb thing, all over. I had to lower it down by 0.5 to make it sort of look like it's hanging, because it's mainly like just existing inside those spandrels right now, but once I pull it down in a little bit, you'll see it looks like it's hanging, and then it has that magical fairy light sort of vibe, and you know, if you know me, you know that I like myself a fairy lights or like just this magical light bulb sort of vibe. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, and what else? Oh, I added a fridge inside this staff room because I felt like it made more sense in real life to have like a cafe, but also like a fridge. I tried my best and I couldn't. I failed to place in like a sink inside this area. It's really too small, but I didn't know what to do with it. So I guess we'll just pretend that there's a sink. I guess I could have added one outside. Not that I think about it, but it's okay, it's too late. But I guess if you want to, you can add another sink outside for realism purposes. But honestly, this in a cafe, Sims don't really need back end stuff. They just need that cafe counter for gameplay. So I think like gameplay wise, I've play tested this one and it's good. It's functioning. It's great. Honestly, although it functions like a cafe in The Sims, I think if it's in real life, right, this is that kind of cafe where they actually serve like all day brunch or like really really good food. Like maybe they do like really really nice like eggs benedict on toast or something, or like smoked salmon bagel. Oh my goodness, I love those like cafe food. They taste so good, and all the pastries as well. Oh my goodness. But unfortunately, in a Sims 4 cafe, all you get is cannoli, pan au chocolat. What else? You get a croissant, and there's one more I don't remember. A croissant, a pan au chocolat, a cannoli, and I don't remember. But basically, just very basic things. That's not very like I mean it's nice, but it's more of a, I feel like in real life, if you find this cafe, it'll be more of like a dine-in option. It'll be more like a dine-in sort of cafe because it looks so good. You don't want to like just leave. You want to be here. It'll be like a Sunday brunch sort of place. So, yeah. Oh, I should have, maybe before I upload this, I could make it like a dogs. Dogs that are allowed kind of lot, because it feels like if you can bring your dogs, if you like your dogs, your pets into this space, it'll be so nice. It's like a pet friendly cafe brunch area. Oh, that's so good. But anyways, I did this middle of the room plant thingy. I sized that plant up, layered it so it looks more bushy, customized the pot, and then I sized up a round table, and put it around there because I kind of wanted it to look like a buffet table. I didn't put any like buffet stuff on the table because like I decided it's gonna spoil anyways, and it kind of looks nice just as is right now. But if you ever want to kind of play a buffet, you could probably put some stuff on that table and have it look like a buffet. I think it's really nice, and I think the whole piece looks like a custom thingy, like a built-in custom I don't know, like a situation in the middle of the room, and I thought it was really nice. I got the inspiration from that cafe as well. Like I was like, oh my goodness, they have like this humongous tree in the middle, and then you almost don't see it because it looks like a pillar because it's so big. But it's under the roof and all that. I was like, so I used it. And then this table is pretty nice too. I thought it was pretty brilliant to clip that flower box into the table, and it kind of looks like it's a thing. I mean, it's a garden sort of cafe anyway, so all the plants, the more the better, you know what I mean? So I did that little thing, that little station, for some like to-go coffee sort of situation where you like just wanna maybe rush out some work, charge your phone. I didn't put like a power socket there, but I imagine that will be in real life. Oh my goodness, all my cafe days. I miss going to cafes. I mean, I do go once in a while. Like I just said, I didn't actually dine in that cafe that I went to that inspired this because it was very expensive and we were thinking of going somewhere else. But you know, like cafes in general. I miss like, I don't know, sometimes like I miss being a student just because like I always hunt for cafes because I wanted to go there and like work because I like the ambiance of working in a cafe like that. But yeah, basically, I don't know. What do you guys think of this build? I'm pretty proud of it. I love all the greenery that I put down. I don't know why, but I mean, I've always loved like my plants and my greenery and stuff, but recently I've been really loving it. Like I've been like really throwing the plants into my builds aggressively. Like my fairy tale cottage one was also pretty heavy on the greenery and the landscaping, but I like it. I think this is the direction we're going. I don't know. I can say this now, and then like next week you'll see like a build that's devoid of plants. It can very well happen. I'm like, I blame it on my Gemini traits. If you believe that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm fickle and I don't like to stick to one thing. But while it lasts, I really like it because I really love my plants and it looks really good. But yeah, I love it. I would really just like come to this cafe if it's a real thing. I think it's a definite improvement from the last cafe. I tried to make sure that it looked sort of similar, proportions what proportion wise, because I kind of really wanted it to kind of look like a renovation. Not really, but it's like a tear down and remake kind of situation. But I was thinking that if I make it look kind of rectangularish and stuff, it could kind of be like a, oh, it's up to code kind of thing for the city and stuff. And I don't know, I kind of liked it. And I don't know, there's something about a simple rectangular box made nicely that is very minimal but also really nice, you know. And I think there's a lot of cafes like that actually. They just like kind of decorate the inside of a really white box, like a hole in the wall, and it make it look really nice. So I don't know, I really like how it turned out basically. This is like the part where it's kind of straightforward. I think everyone does this. They use this plant because it's very basic and it's very nice. They just raise it up onto like a trellis sort of thing, and then they just kind of, you know, make it look like plants are growing on top of the roof kind of situation. I don't think this is my first time doing this in my life, but I don't know if it's the first time I'm doing this on YouTube. Possibly. I might have done it on Twitch actually, I don't know, but it's really simple and it's straightforward and it works pretty well. And honestly, if you're a real person coming to this place, you can only see it if you're looking up from inside. I don't think you can see it from outside unless you're looking at this cafe from like a high altitude, which you could possibly do. I don't know if you can in this actual gameplay, but if we're talking about like real life, then you can. Apparently I realized that I was building this and I was like realizing that I really like building for a real life scenario. I don't really like building just because it's the Sims store and I'm building for gameplay. I like to make my builds playable, at least 90% playable, but I do like that realism in my builds. I like to think of the builds functioning outside of the Sims because I think that makes it more realistic and more approachable in a sense. So yeah, it's like a tough balance sometimes because like if you completely disregard the fact that you want it to be functional in The Sims, you can actually do a lot more things. Like you can make it look a lot more cluttered and a lot more like how it would be in real life. But since it has to work in The Sims, I want it to be functional, then a lot of things are more spaced out and a lot more, you have to think in that way, which is kind of cool as well. I don't know. Yeah, I just like, it was just a random thought that I had when I was like working on this. And I thought I'll share it with you. Yeah, I just did the skirting of these plants, this bush thing all around, and then I'm pretty much almost done actually. And what else do I have to do? Oh yeah, the staff room actually. I put in some of these cattail thingies because I thought there was not enough height and differentiation between the green plants and the bush at the back, like the hedge bush. So I did that. I really like it. I decided not to put any fence around this deck area because it kind of took away from the minimal look of the front entrance, and I didn't even put anything on it, and I think I like the way it is. It's like a perfect photo spot. Like if it's somewhere where you want to go, like it's like a fashionable cafe, and then you want to stand outside with your drink in that fashionable cup in a very very trendy cup, and you take a photo for Instagram. It's like one of those. It's like a photo wall, but it's also the logo. Oh, I love the logo. Yeah. I know you've been staring at it the entire time, but I love it. I'm like, oh my goodness, it's so nice. And it fits so well for this build. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm a genius. It's probably been done before though. I'm not sure, but I love it. I really like trying to make logos in The Sims 4. It's pretty cool. You have very limited things though, and I wish that if Dine Out and Get to Work ever gets like a pack refresh, I would love to see more of those wall like signs, more different variations of the words that come in those wall hangings. Then we can make more logos. Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, because we only have like a couple of them, like in different type of styles and fonts, so I thought it would be nice. But yeah, okay, so now you see that the picnic bench is this like metallic plasticky looking black thing, and I decided that it's a little bit too meh. I didn't like it, so I went back after I placed speakers everywhere to replace it with the one from the 2, like the Star Wars pack, like this one, because I thought it had that very nice rustic vibes. And like, even though this is a staff area, it doesn't have to look very sad. That was what I was thinking, so I just made it really nice. And you know, if I run any sort of business, I want my I want my employees to feel valued. So I give them a grill and a nice place, aesthetic place to hang out when they're resting, you know? So I expect that kind of like performance from them when they're working, and then I expect them to rest hard as well. What else did I do? I think I'm almost done. Yeah, I placed some of these new plants from the Blooming Rooms kit inside here, and I tried out a couple of different mats, and I like this one very much, but I ended up with something else. You can use that mat if you want. Mat rug, that woven hemp rug if you want. I went with this one. Anyways, we're already at the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you're from and whenever you're watching this. I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye!
All the notes, gotta love them. Boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah. Boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah. It's harder for them to see the other point of view. Yeah, we do things thoroughly, but shortcuts they'd rather do. And breaking up is easier for them somehow. Don't cry, ask why, they go out there okay. That's just another thing I've learned about boys these days. They like their freedom, but boys get lonely sometimes. And then we need them. Sometimes I've asked myself why. Cause they're a pain when they don't think with their heads. Sometimes I wish I played the other team instead. But as much as we hate them through all the notes, gotta love them. Boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah. Boys will be boys. Yeah, yeah. Like a moth to a flame. We know sometimes we'll end up getting burned. But we go just the same. When it comes to boys, I guess we never